In most of these situations, if I have to fight something, try to fight something off, like in a zombie apocalypse, I'm just gonna lay down. I don't wanna have anything to do with it.
Do you read spooky horror all year long?
Yeah, I definitely read spooky horror all year long. I will devour whatever great horror book is coming out. Nick Cutter has some great like adult horror that I like love to read, just if I'm trying to like hone my craft or if I want to be just like spooked out a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm a curator of spooky vibes. I think I could read a whole book that's just like descriptions of a spooky house.
The spooky vibes that I generally like in my books are like slasher vibes, with a little bit of tension building as well. I don't really like paranormal stuff. I just think the paranormal stuff is overdone and not very scary to me.
Spooky all year round. I don't know. I was a morbid kid that grew into a morbid adult. It's just always been my interest. What was it? My life is one dark room, or whatever Lydia Dietz said.
When I'm watching a movie, I'm watching horror. When I'm reading a book, I'm reading a horror book. It is what is in my blood.
My instinct is to go actually scary, but once I'm in that situation, I tend to want to tap out.
I think it depends. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for something that's like actually scary, and sometimes I just want to like dip my toe into like the little spooky water. Maybe I'll just like catch a glimpse of like a dress around the corner of the hallway, and like that's fine, that's enough. I don't need to like see the spooky ghost face. But sometimes I do want to be like actually really scared and freaked out, and that's what I need.
Actually scary, I want to be so scared that I can't sleep with the lights off. I love the fact that like horror helps us deal with big real world issues in like a fantastical setting and is a manifestation of like some of our biggest fears as human beings, and really helps us analyze how we would handle those settings in a fantastical world. Paranormal thriller. I liked supernatural better. Murder mysteries kind of feel repetitive to me sometimes, but who doesn't love like the Vampire Diaries?
Murder mystery. I guess because it's tied to something more tangible, something that can be defeated in a way, I don't want to say less work, but you know how to take down a person. Paranormal, ghosts and monsters and stuff, that requires a lot of learning that I don't necessarily feel like a person should have to do.
I think I'm gonna have to actually go with paranormal thriller. I like the thrill, and sometimes murder mysteries don't always have the thrill. They're more dramatic.
Ooh, paranormal thriller. Anything with a speculative edge. I want the ghosts. Give me the ghosts, the monsters.
Are you someone who sees the ending from a mile away?
I usually don't, actually. It's like sometimes it's kind of embarrassing because I'll talk to people and they'll be like, oh, I could see that like coming from a mile away, and I'm like, I don't know, I was really surprised. But I actually like that. I like to be surprised.
I like to think that I can see the ending coming from a mile away, but really how I ultimately feel about the book depends on if my prediction is correct by the end.
No, I suck at finding endings. I'm always surprised, even if it's like the simplest ending of all time.
Sometimes I see the ending from a mile away. It does depend on the breadcrumbing, on the tactic. Okay, I am not a big fan of dark academia at all, so I have to choose summer slasher. The vibes are there.
Dark academia, definitely, because I just like the academic vibe, and the kind of like chill and cool that comes from rivals inside of the academic setting is great.
I think I'm gonna go summer camp slasher. Something about summer camp media is really interesting. It's usually tied into a lot of coming of age themes. And then there's also like a little bit of the element of like people being less clothed, it being warm out, inhibitions being a little loosened, you know.
Dark academia. You knew I was gonna say that. A school or university is this kind of very contained environment with its own strange cultures and rituals and ecosystem, and I find that kind of setting and that kind of writing so immersive.
I think there's always like a haunting element of like competition, and there's usually some type of deep ancient history that has to be unearthed or understood that adds a sort of dimension to the stories that makes them feel deeper and more engaging.
Dark academia doesn't really do it for me because I feel like it's more spooky, not scary. I love a slasher. I don't love just spooky, haunted vibes all the time. And that's what dark academia gives me a lot of the times.
I guess I guess mansion, because I'm an indoor cat. I hate outside.
Definitely Gothic mansion, just because I love the endless possibilities there, but I should probably answer forest considering my book is about an enchanted forest, which are creepy in their own rights because I would probably get lost and confused with all the different directions and turn into a corpse in the forest.
When it comes to a Gothic mansion over an enchanted forest, you have a better chance of finding Dracula in the mansion than an enchanted forest. And I would like to see Dracula myself.
I wish I could have both, like Gothic mansion in an enchanted forest. That's like chef's kiss. Definitely Gothic mansion. I think I would kind of thrive in like an isolated Gothic manor. Shirley Jackson lived in her house for like the last years of her life, and she wrote some of her best books there too, so I don't know, maybe I should try it.
Vampires.
Fight, because I'm just gonna stick them in the heart.
Fight, but just because I like want to talk to them and pick their brains. They're so cool. Also, they might bite me and then I could be a vampire and that would be cool.
Flight? Like, please stay away from me with that.
Flight, I also don't want to fight them. I love vampires.
Ghosts.
Can you really fight a ghost? I mean, flight. Usually, they're stuck to that one place. They can't follow you.
Flight. That's one of my like top 3 fears.
Flight, because I can't fight those physically and they can haunt things.
Are they friendly? If they're after me, which I don't think I've done anything to deserve that, but like if they're after me, flight. What am I talking about?
Axe murderer.
Flight!
I'm gonna say flight again because how am I supposed to fight an axe murderer unless like I'm bringing fists to an axe fight? Doesn't make sense.
Flight, because I have seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre and those things are crazy.
Oh my god, flight. Do not want to be axe murdered. Unpopular opinion, guys, but I don't really want to be axe murdered.
So people in axe murder stories never do the right thing. You're supposed to go straight to the car and just keep driving until you run out of gas.
In most of these situations, if I have to fight something, try to fight something off, like in a zombie apocalypse, I'm just gonna lay down. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Clowns.
Ugh, flight. I'm not like afraid of clowns, but ugh.
Rabid killer clowns or just like a regular clown, like circus clown. I could easily defeat a regular circus clown. It looks so easy in Scooby-Doo. You just like trip their big feet and like pull off their noses.
Fight.
If it's the clowns from Clown in the Cornfield, the teenagers in that book make me think I could fight. They really think that I could fight those clowns off. So maybe fight.
Hunting emotional baggage.
Fight, because that makes for the best narrative, right? That's like every great piece of media ever.
What like vibe are you looking forward to reading this spooky season?
The vibe I'm looking forward to read this season is definitely haunting, bloody, and action-packed.
Well, Alex Harrow's new book is coming out on, I believe, Halloween, and I was lucky enough to read it early, and it is the perfect Halloween read. And if you want to talk about spooky Gothic manners, this one has it, and it's great.
Wrath Becomes Her. As soon as I saw the description was Inglorious Bastards meets Frankenstein, I was like, that's it. Nothing has ever been a more convincing sell than that right there. So, super excited for that one. I'm gonna grab myself a good spooky book with my cozy blanket and my cozy sweater and have a good spooky season.
I am reading spooky all the time. It does not define me, but at the same time, it does.